the gospel of life, incorruption, immortality, and sonship with the bondservant of Christ, John Anosike.
A carnal mind has no faith. And because you have no faith, you are not found in the radar of God's grace and mercies. Okay, for instance, your salvation was received by grace through faith. So without faith, there is no reception of grace. So faith becomes a prerequisite. Faith becomes a requirement to access the grace of God. For ye are saved by grace through faith, and not of yourselves, it is the gift of God. It says, to be carnally minded is death. That means there are many dead Christians, many dead believers in the church, many dead pastors, many dead elders, many dead deacons, many dead church workers, many dead members of local churches. You know why? Because they are carnally minded. These ones are highly dead. They have no receptivity. They have no connection to the Zion, to the realms and the fire and the vibrance of the heavenlies. They're dead. Death there is no receptivity. They are not tuned to heaven. They're dead. Their receptor or their receptivity or their antenna isn't connected to heaven. Because they are carnally minded. So there are many carnal believers all over the world. In other words, in the realms of the spirit, they are enemies. They're not friends of God. They're not acceptable. They're filthy. God has rejected them. By being carnal, God has no business with them. In as much as, yes, you have the benefit of grace, but you're not sanctified. You are an enemy of God. This thing ought to be preached for people to get it, and that's the problem. Every carnal way of life is enmity with God. You can't change it. Just keep it there. Don't try to change it. So that by the time you are living carnally, you fight the good fight of faith to change. Is somebody hearing me? You can't continue in that madness. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So which life is that? Something is death. If you're carnally minded, it's death. If you're spiritually minded, it's life and peace. So that means your condition is a function of the state of your mind. The mental distress, the mental pain is a function of what's going on in your mind. And carnality is a life detected by the flesh. If you live after your flesh, you will die. To be carnally minded is death. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. What is life? To where does this life take root on? The body. Remember, by faith, you received eternal life in your spirit. When you received righteousness, eternal life was willed to your spirit. But for that life to become a tangible reality on your human existence, in your mind, in your soul, on your body, on your kidneys, on your entire systems, you must be spiritually minded. Because that's a way to communicate. That's a way to deploy or to transfer eternal life on your mortal body. A body that is in the flesh is unable to live righteously. So present your body a living sacrifice, meaning mortify your members, get out of the flesh so that you can be clothed with the glory of God. There are two vibrations that are subject to mankind. Either you are under the vibrations of the flesh, you live according to the works of the flesh, or you are under the vibrations of the Spirit, you live under the fruits of the Spirit. These are two dimensions. When you got born again, you are going to yield to your flesh, or you're going to yield to your spirit. Your choice still plays a major role in what you become in Christ.